I'm gonna bring my gift to the table.
Leaders from cities across the country descend on Omaha.
Omaha is on pace for historic lows.
Other cities want to know what is working so well in Omaha.
We're going to build together, rebuild together, and we're going to stay committed.
Last night, the Obama Foundation recognized the Empowerment Network with the My Brothers Keeper Award as a model community.
What is in my hand to add value not only just to this network, but to my community?
We have to transform how we lead, how we think, how we collaborate.
It's not about me, it's not about the Empowerment Network, but it's collectively how each group understands what their strengths are and how they can add value by coming to the table and doing it together.
Somebody say vote. Your vote. Your vote. Is your voice.
Willie Barney, president of the Omaha's Empowerment Network, says each group here is focused on one goal.
We want to be one of the first cities in the country to truly close wealth gaps, economic gaps beyond race and geography. And we're on that path right now.
One of the things that you have to understand about a leader is vision, right? A lot of followers have sight, but leaders have vision, right? And vision is spiritual. He said, write make it. So a lot of times we think about the visionary, but it's bigger than that. Because when you really look at the text, it says, so those that get the vision, because they can't walk or run without the vision. So he literally spoke into this guy.
This is Damali with NYCU.FM and World One Development's news you can use with my co-host,
Mr. Charles Harper, and I am so excited to be here, Damali, because we from Black Wall Street.
Yes, we are.
Greenwood,
yes.
Tulsa, Oklahoma. But we had a friend to come visit, pulled up in 2 charter buses. He don't care, he do what he gonna do, but he said it's another Black Wall Street.
Yeah.
And we here right now.
Yes.
So Mr. Willie Barney, the man, the myth, the legend, can you let the people know all around the world where we are and what happens here in Omaha?
You are in the historic 24th and Lake District here in North Omaha. Just like Greenwood, this is the place that the greats, James Brown, all the Carnation Ballroom, B.B. King, all of the great artists would come up and down this street from the Dreamland Theater all the way over to the Showcase. Now we're in the process of rebuilding this street. So from a theater to music clubs and restaurants, we're in the process of rebuilding right now. But this historic 24th and Lake is like a cousin to Greenwood and Black Wall Street.
Right. So you guys had a Dreamland Theater too?
Yes, Dreamland
Just like
Theater.
we had a Dreamland Theater. Oh my God, so similar. Yes. So how similar is Omaha to Tulsa, Oklahoma?
I'm shocked every time I come and I see the city of Tulsa, the city of Omaha, North Tulsa, North Omaha, Greenwood, 24th and Lake. It's unbelievable. The north side is where at one point 90%, 95% of African Americans lived in the near north side, that village, what we call now the village area. And I think about when you showed me the markers of Greenwood,
the historic markers,
man,
yes,
that connection, it's amazing to see the similarities between the city, from population to demographics to the process of beginning to rebuild and bring people back into these historic areas. So it's major, man. It's unbelievable how much similarity there is between the two.
So we are here for the African American Leadership Conference, right?
Yes.
Why is it important, and what can you tell people about this conference and why they should be involved?
Yeah, so this is actually our 12th year of doing, it's our 18th year tomorrow of anniversary of the Empowerment Network. When African American leaders, we brought them together, 70 of us, and we decided that we're going to work on this together. We're going to build together, rebuild together, and we're going to stay committed. So 18 years later. And then as we were going through the process, we said we really need to bring seasoned leaders and emerging leaders together to develop strategy together and also be prepared to get the next generation understanding what it is that we've done, how we've worked together, what the plans are, and how they can take it even further than we have. So it really became we heard from the younger emerging leaders that they didn't know who some of the seasoned leaders were. They saw them in corporate leadership or saw them in different, but there wasn't a place for them to come together. So we said at least once a year, let's bring the leaders together, put on sessions, roundtable conversations, forums, and give them a chance to interact. And it just has just grew from there. So we started with 150 the first year. We've been as high as 700, and we'll keep building up. Had national speakers from Magic Johnson to Soledad O'Brien and others that have come through. So this conference is all about, it was started locally, but what the beautiful thing is that over the last couple of years now, we're seeing cities, Tulsa, New Orleans, Kansas City, Lansing, and other cities come in. We've had 50 plus cities visit Omaha over the last 2 or 3 years.
Man, let me ask this, because I know people are tuning in and like, wow, man, this is blowing my mind, because a lot of times people don't get to see this. They don't get to hear this, Damali. So if somebody just want to start following or just get connected, how can they do that?
Yeah, so the first thing I would encourage them to do is go to empoweromaha.com.
Right.
So they can learn about the Empowerment Network and the work that we're doing. It's not about one agency or organization. It's hundreds of organizations and businesses working together. Or they can go to reviveomaha.com. That's more on the business side. So they can get connected with the Black Business Guide, hundreds of businesses where when they do come to the city, they can go and shop, eat, and support those businesses, do business here in Omaha. So Empower Omaha or Revive Omaha to check that out. And so we're just excited to have you all here. I think your 4th time to Omaha.
Yes.
I think I'm going on my 5th or 6th time to Tulsa.
Hey.
We're going to keep it going. So get ready. Prayerfully, next time we come, it won't just be 2 buses. We'll be loading up buses from a lot of different places that come in your direction.
That is awesome. We'd love to have you. Yeah.
That's like that. Say, okay, we gave y'all a sneak peek. Damali, we gave him a sneak peek. That's what we do on NYCU.FM. So we just want to say, Willie, thank you, man.
Yes.
Thank you for your work, for your diligence, for your commitment, for your vision. You and your team doing a wonderful job in Tulsa. Hey, we honored to be a part of it. So he told y'all how to stay connected. We're going to have to sign off because I'm hungry again. When you come see Willie, he going to take care of y'all. Now, I'm going to tell you that. So we got
some food, we got some music.
We got music. We got it all. That's how we do it here in Omaha, North Omaha. So
historic. 24 and Lake.
24 and Lake.
This organization didn't start itself. It took hard work and perseverance and a belief that coming together as a community, you could do more than you could do individually. And I want to take a moment to recognize that and to thank Willie for your leadership.
Several community members, former gang members, victims, local government officials, all standing together.
Step Up Omaha has reached thousands of young people for career exploration and job training.
Until we are tested, we have no clue how brilliant we are. Until we are tested, we have no idea of our greatness. But until we are tested, we don't know the lesson we are meant to learn to move to the next place.
This is your girl, Damali Wilson, with World One Development's news you can use and NYCU.FM. And
Mr. Charles Hart here in Omaha, Nebraska at the African American Leadership Conference, and we got a special guest.
we do have a special guest, one of my favorites, Miss Suzan Hart. Miss Suzan Hart, how are you doing?
I am doing excellent. I'm in Omaha. Why wouldn't I be doing it?
Exactly, right? Where we meet up all the time.
That's right.
Yes, all the time.
You're my favorite people.
Exactly,
Your
right,
favorite
right.
person as well. Tell the people a little bit about what you do.
I'm considered the Mindset Mastery Mentor, and I look at how our thoughts cause our emotions, and our emotions cause what we say to ourselves.
Yeah.
And that in turn to what we say to the world, and the actions we take and the behavior. So I really look at how your thinking gets in the way of your goals, your dreams, and your aspirations.
Right. So we're actually at the meeting before the meeting.
Right.
If you guys don't know about that, you're going to learn about it today. So the meeting before the meeting actually takes place, right? Mm-hmm. Why is it important for you to be here, number one, because the conference is not until tomorrow, and then number two, what is your connection to the Empowerment Network, and why is it important for you to be a part of it?
Well, I think, first of all, I think it's a privilege to be in the meeting before the meeting, because I get to hear the backstory and get the bigger picture of what's happening. And truly, until you get into this room in Omaha, you don't actually get the magnitude of what they're up to. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And so for me, when Mr. Willie Barney called me, I was blown away the first time I came. So I was like, I need to know more.
Right.
Every time I get a call to be in the room, I'm definitely showing up, because it gives me an opportunity to hear from all the different cities that are coming in. Really look at the challenges and look at and hear what people are doing to create solutions, to generate ideas, and to be really proactive about what's happening in their cities.
Right.
My role is really around looking at how we are thinking as Black men and women today, and how we need to shift our thinking for where we're going. Yes. And we're up to big things.
Yeah.
You guys hear that? We're up to big, big things. And because of that, the thinking that we have now is not going to be the thinking that's going to hold the big vision that we have. So we have to transform how we lead, how we think, how we collaborate, how we listen. We have to grow into bigger, bolder people. And we're already big and bold already.
Right.
Imagine. And so I'm here to help us kind of examine our thinking today and begin to do that shift. I call it the reset of our thinking for tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's right. That's called getting ready for the future.
Yeah.
That's all we're going to give y'all. That's a sneak peek just behind the scene.
Yes.
This is NYCU.FM, World One Development News you can use. I'm Charles Harper, and this is
Damali Wilson.
Hey, this is the recap. See y'all later.
Good morning, good morning. We are live right here from Omaha, Nebraska. This is your girl Damali from NYCU.FM and World One Development News you can use with my co-host,
Mr. Charles Hart for NYCU.FM. We are in the building, Damali.
Yes, we are here. We are in Omaha, Nebraska for the African American Leadership Conference. Today is the day.
And today the big day. Today the big day. The people are pouring in. The people are pouring in. If you missing it, you missing it.
Yes. So Eric Thomas is going to be our guest speaker today. I'm so excited because Eric Thomas is going to bring the fire as always.
And for the people that don't know, he's the #1 motivational speaker in this country.
Yes. So we're getting ready to go in. We're going to get checked in, grab us a little bit of breakfast, and then we're going to come back and let you guys see what we see as we continue to do the African American Leadership Conference right here today in Omaha, Nebraska.
Just like that, y'all, we live, NYCU.FM. Get you some.
It's not showing on my face how excited I am, but I am excited.
How crazy it is for this just to be building so fast like this, though, man?
This is actually exciting compared to our Leadership Summit last year. We had about 300 folks at our Leadership Summit last year, and we're already maxed out. So there are people probably going to be fighting for seats at the luncheon today. So y'all pray my strength in the Lord. But no, it's exciting, man, and just looking forward to another great luncheon with E.T. You know, E.T.'s gonna do what E.T. does.
Oh yeah, he's gonna do his thing.
Yeah.
And you know what? To me, this is kind of bouncing off of what we did on Black Wall Street when y'all came down. You know that energy when y'all pulled up in the buses and we ate, we had a good time.
Absolutely.
But now we get a chance to see him. Jonathan now is in the box. You know, he was having fun with the banana pudding. Y'all go work, I'm chilling. I'm on break. But man, you're doing a great job. Mr. Willie, the team, the volunteers, and everybody, man. Hey, kudos, man.
We appreciate it. Yeah. We appreciate y'all coming and joining us, man. It makes a difference. This national network, global network that we're establishing is great. We look forward to being back in Tulsa too.
So my last thing is, you hear that ambiance in the back? It make you feel that African music playing. See, you don't miss on that. You hear that? Boom.
Look,
all right, man.
Bring this look.
Sold out.
So if you missed it, you just missed it.
Hey, we live with Jonathan, y'all, man. Y'all better tap in. NYC.FM. We in the building, y'all.
News you can use.
Just like that. Love you, man.
Love you too.
One of our guys. So we try to tell you guys, this is somewhere you need to be.
Hey, they
sold out.
The next time you'll get here, we got y'all. Don't worry about it. Watch the recap. We'll make sure you get plugged in next time. Omaha, North Omaha, that is. Hey, they doing it big.
Influence is the ability to take your words and your actions and affect. No, I don't use the word influence like famous. No, because a lot of times when we hear influence, we hear title. When we hear influence, we over somebody. When we hear influence, we like people know us and we famous. No, when I use the word influence, I mean to impact, to affect character, to affect development, to affect future.
Somebody said, we choose to build together. Tell your neighbor, we choose to build together. Come on, let's celebrate that.
The thought of a lot of times we get into entrepreneurship and business because of money. And the real thing is when you break it down, a lot of times your business finances are going to reflect what your personal finances look like. And so if you don't take the time to get basic financial literacy on having a savings account, having checking accounts, and being able to grow your finances and diversifying and all the things that you need to do there, many times that'll play over into your business, and commingling will happen, all this different type of stuff where you don't have your books right. And yes, it might be tough in the beginning as you're trying to gain those finances, but there's ways that you can do it to really set yourself up for success as well.
Before we talk about wealth and ownership and moving the dial in our communities and corporations, we ourselves must be healthy and balanced. We really need to focus on our health, mental health, physical health, and who we are as individuals.
So I had this client, and she came to me. She was really stressed out, and when I say stressed out, her face broke out from head to toe. Hair fell out. She was debilitated. She could barely walk to her front door, like over now. And I'm thinking, like, what is happening? So she went to the doctor. They tested her for everything known to man. And guess what? They couldn't find anything. So finally, her friend said, you should go to a holistic doctor, right? So went to a holistic physician, and the physician said that, what do you guys think it was? Stress. She had never heard of this. She's like, stress. She was so stressed, her hair fell out. She could barely walk. Guess what? She quit that job, got a severance package, walked away, and she living her best life. Why? Because she is me, okay? This is why this is so strong for me, you guys. The doctor told me that I should have been dead.
Hey, this is your girl Damali from World War Development's News You Can Use and NYCU.FM with my co-host,
Mr. Charles Harper with NYCU.FM. We are back in Omaha one more time.
Again.
And we got a special guest.
Yes, we do have a special guest. This would be Coach Melody.
Just like
I said
that.
it just like that because we were over here playing around. So, but we're here in the building once again, and we just want to ask you, like, what did you think about this conference?
Well, I thought the conference was phenomenal. And the reason this is my first time here, first of all. But I'm always so intentional about connecting with our people, and it's powerful when we can get together and make the impact. I was with you guys all day yesterday, seeing what's happening in Omaha. It was my first time in Omaha. Met some really great people, including you two, wanting to stay in touch. And I can speak around the world, but guess what? You got to get outside of your comfort zone in order to make and have new opportunities. Cause now y'all know me too.
Yeah, we got
Coach Melody on Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook. Yeah, you can find me. What I do.
All of them. Okay. Let me tell you something. Another thing is, in Arkansas we say who you with, but we came here from Tulsa. So we Tulsa, Black Wall Street. Where are you from? Who you representing?
I am representing President and Chief Wellness Strategist Coach Melody. Okay, but I am from Illinois, not Chicago, more southern, near St. Louis.
Okay. There you go.
Okay, we grew up in LA, so I'm a Cali girl. Okay, so all that.
Yeah, I love that. Okay. My dad come from Cali. So. Okay.
We'll just do this for the people for whatever reason. You said this your first time.
Yeah.
But for the people that missed it, what did they miss?
Guys, you missed, it was so much. Willie offered, his team offered such an array of things. Like, for example, I was a keynote speaker for mental and physical wellness. I also did a roundtable in the afternoon talking about how we can make some impact. What change do we need to make? Like, we have the worst health disparities in numbers, period, when it comes to chronic comorbidities. What do we need to do? How do we change that? And we can't do it in silos. We better together, and that's what I love. All that they're generating. You heard them yesterday. Wasn't that powerful?
Absolutely. Man, it was incredible. Now check this out too. Mr. E.T., Mr. Eric Thomas.
Yeah.
Keynote at the luncheon.
Yeah.
What was that like?
Well, I'm always feeding into people, so I love to get it back sometimes. And he was just powerful, and everything he said just lines up. And you guys know I love when you start talking about they told him to lose weight.
There you go.
Otherwise, everybody started looking at me like, Coach Melody, you said that
this morning in your break.
E.T., you need to call Coach Melody. That's what you need to do. Tag him on there and tell him to call Coach Melody. But no, seriously, I am serious about that. But he also just talked about how we have to support and how he wanted LinkedIn, because think about it, he got millions of people following him. But guess what he said? He still don't have leaders like what we had in the room because he's just talking to people. It makes a difference. So I always say we're better together, you guys. Everybody, we're better together.
So the last speaker that we heard was Dr. Will Moreland. Mm-hmm. What is a takeaway that you took from his message?
Oh, wow. Impact. Income. We got to start paying our people. We got to start making sure that we're making them a priority, and we want to see you win. I have this saying, you guys, you want to see me win, help me win. Oh, right? I love that. Is people around the world. We talk, don't take my stuff, y'all. Okay.
You can't go no further than that. You know, when she said that, I said that is it. I just want to say thank you for coming. Yeah. Thank you for blessing the people. What you delivered to the people was very, very dynamic. You gave them all of the platforms so that you know how to follow the coach.
Can we say this before we leave?
We can.
What did you get out of me? You heard me speak on multiple times. What did you get? What did you
get? Real quick.
Yeah.
Health is wealth.
Health is wealth. I did say that.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. And we got to work together. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's what I got. And I love that you are unapologetic about what you're saying. You know, you're just like, hey, this is what we got to do. Yeah. And this is what we have to do as a people. Right. And I love that because it's like sometimes we have to be able to receive that. Yeah. Right. And so I feel like your personality and who you are as a person, and maybe it's because we hung out all day yesterday. Yeah. That could be it. You know, I got a little bit of bias. You know, but I think that it's like you have a trusting spirit. Yeah. So when you say something, then it's like, who she? You know, some people are like, who she thinks she is, but it's not like that. And you listen to you.
And I will tell you, I say everything in love and with compassion. Like when I tell you, like we have a crisis out here. Yeah. Our people, our young people. It's really disturbing to me, honestly. And that's why I come and I speak and I train and I'm trying to help people with preventative care and just to know better and do better, because if we don't, who else will? Right. I mean, seriously.
We're going to let you go. Thank you. So group hug. Come on in, Damali.
Bring it in.
Just like that.
Yes. All right.
Hey, fresh from Omaha. It's NYCU.FM. It's Damali Wilson. I'm Charles Harper. We signing off as NYCU.FM. We're going to see you next time.
See you next time.
As a part of our influence is we need to be mentally tough, which refers to the ability to stay focused. Everybody say stay focused.
Stay focused.
Come on, say stay focused. As leaders, we have to stay focused, we have to stay resilient and determined in the face of challenges and adversity.
We lost the house over $2,500. Because my grandmother and her 4 kids didn't have $500 amongst them to write the check. We lost our legacy home. We lost investment opportunities, the equity, $75,000 to $800,000 that property is worth now. We lost all of it because we couldn't write check.
Hey, so this is the closeout of the African American Leadership Conference. I'm your girl Damali with my co-host,
Mr. Charles Harper.
And we are here with Dr. Will Moreland. If you have not heard this man, I'm telling you, he is a beast. I love him. I actually heard him, 4 years ago?
4 years ago.
And I've been following him ever since. So Dr. Will, for people who don't know you, like I don't know who they are, but whoever don't know you, can you let them know who you are and what you do?
Well, as I get older, that question gets kind of, complicated. But at the root, I'm an entrepreneur that wants to make an impact in people's lives. And so we have a consultant company. We have a speaker academy where we empower speakers and their voices to reach the world. So that's what we do in the short snippet.
So here at the African American Leadership Conference, and definitely you are a leader. How impactful have this been for you and for the people?
For me, seeing an amazing group of African Americans come together and be intentional about coming together, and the visionary Willie, who we're just pleased to be connected with, to see the impact that they're having in Omaha and hoping that that can be duplicated across the nation. It just excites me. That's why I come back every single year to meet amazing people like Charles and Damali and just be a part of the magic that's going on here in Omaha.
Yeah. So I heard that you took a plane overnight to get here.
I did.
Why was that necessary?
Once again, being intentional about being in the places that you need to be. And one of the things that I talked about from stage was understanding when you're a part of something special, when you're a part of history. And a lot of times we don't realize when we're a part of history, when we're doing something special.
Yeah.
And I don't want it to be said that you missed that moment. And then I have to compare that to, well, what was you doing that day? Well, all I was doing was laying on the couch.
Right.
And then you're like, I could have been there. Yeah. I could have been there. How many people saw Martin Luther King when he was talking about we about to make this march, and they're like, oh, I'm not gonna.
Right.
They didn't know the historical impact, how many people could have been there, that now they're telling their grandkids, Granddaddy, were you there? No, I missed that one. I never want to miss out.
Be that guy.
Yeah, let's do this. So we follow you, but we have a lot of people listening in, local, national, and international. How can they follow you on your different platforms?
Yeah, simply any platform is Dr. Will Speaks. So DrWillSpeaks. Dr. Will Speaks on Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, anywhere you want to connect, that's where I am.
My final question, Damali.
Yes.
I got a million of them. I got to narrow it down. We came 4 years ago and we just can't miss it. You one reason why we just can't miss it. But for the people, for whatever reason, they're not connected yet. Tell them why they need to be a part of this.
So one of the reasons is great connections like this. Your next elevation is your association. Let me say that again. Your next elevation is your association. So if you can come to a place for one day and meet people that can take you to the next level, then you need to be in that place. And that's why I come. I mean, some of the people that Willie bring here are just amazing. They're the top of their game. They're top at what they do around the country. So I wouldn't miss out.
I want to just ask you a question about intentionality. What does that look like, and what can people do right now in today's climate, especially African Americans, about telling our story and sharing what we have?
Yeah, definitely I would suggest that they take a page from your book and what you guys are doing to get the information out to the community, and not waiting for permission, not waiting for a CNN, not waiting for the MSNBC to come up and say, you're anointed, you can be our next broadcaster. You said, you know what? I have a phone, I can do this. I have equipment, I can do this. I have intentionality about getting a particular message out to my community. I'm not waiting anymore. And so that's what I'm really excited about, that we're living in a time that is absolutely the best time ever. If you have a message, if you have a service or a product that you want to get out, pick up your phone and just start communicating, and your following, those that are attracted to you, will keep showing up.
Man, let me ask this. So you're polished. You've been at this for a while, and a lot of times the more you do stuff, the more you polish your craft. But what was your turning point when you were kind of like, man, I know I can do this?
Yeah.
And then from whatever that turning point was, kind of has led to where you are right now.
So there's this word or this phrase, imposter syndrome, where people are feeling that they're not adequate enough, or they're feeling like they don't have a space in this world. I'll tell you this quick story. I went to Ghana, my first trip to Ghana. They invited me over to come and speak, and I was just enamored at the fact that somebody wanted me to come and speak in a whole different country. And I'll never forget, from the moment I got off the plane, I'm telling the gentleman that brought me over, I'm telling him about everybody else. Man, have you ever heard of Miles Monroe? Have you ever heard of T.D. Jakes? Have you ever, man, why, I'm trying to figure out why me? Mm-hmm. And he turned to me and he says, we don't know T.D. Jakes, we don't know Miles Monroe, we know Will Moreland, and that's who we wanted. it was that moment where I knew I had a voice and I had something to say. Maybe not to everybody, but to the people who wanted to hear Will Moreland speak. And that was the turning point for me. What he said, we don't know those other individuals. We know you.
What did that do to your heart, though, man?
It exploded. It erupted confidence in me. I referred back to that moment, and that happened 25 years ago. It endowed in me the confidence that my voice mattered. And here's what I always tell the speakers that I train. Your message is someone's medicine. Your message is someone's medicine. Our problem is we're trying to package it all pretty. But here's the deal. If someone is drowning, they don't care if you know CPR. They don't care if you have a lifeguard certification. All they need for you to do is stick your hand out.
Right.
But we sit back, so let me go get this certification. As soon as I get this certification, I'll come. By that time,
it's too late.
It's too late. If we would have waited for NBC or somebody to say, hey, we want to give y'all a show, we wouldn't be here right now. The 500,000 people that have been impacted by your program would have missed out because you guys got intentional. So
Man, what is the responsibility that you feel like you carry from having this level of influence? I mean, because it's a responsibility I feel like has to come with it.
Yeah, for me, I always feel that I'm an ambassador for our community. Same as you. There's so many people that don't know our story. There's so many people that haven't had the opportunity to talk with the beautiful minds inside our community. So for me, I always feel like I'm an ambassador spreading the goodness of our culture.
I'll say this is my last question. I think that sometimes when people see us where we are today, they don't realize that we have a story. Right? Can you share with folks that are, and give them a nugget to let them know that where they are right now is where they need to be and what they should be doing?
So I'll start with where I want to end.
Okay.
Your start is just your start. Your start is not your end. It's just your start. And when you realize that any place is a great place to start, from where we are right now, we can literally get anywhere in the world. From where we are. We're right here in Omaha, but literally there's a plane that can get us to any part of the world. So if you're listening to us right now, I started out in what they said was the worst city in America, Compton, California. Raised by my single mother, met my father for the very first time when I was 7 years old when he was serving time in the California State Penitentiary. If you were to ask somebody to bet on that wheel making a difference in life, no one probably would have bet. But here's what I've realized in life. Before I made any mistakes, before I got into any trouble, that God had a plan for my life. And once I got into alignment with God's assignment for my life, that's when my life took off.
Man, this is my final question. Because I got to get it from you, Dr. Will. Dreams versus reality. Where are you with that? You know, because we all, when we're young, at some point we get a dream. But sometimes we may not make it to that reality. So that's that dreams versus reality. Dream, reality, where are you now? You in both of them? Where are you now?
I think it's a duality. I think we live, and I think dreams come to encourage us. Dreams come to let us know that our current situation is only temporary. Another word for dream is vision. For me, my vision always lets me know what I'm going through is temporary, because that's not the vision. Whatever I'm going through right now, if it doesn't match the vision, then I know that's temporary. And so because I know it's temporary, I just know I just need to weather the storm. And if I can just weather the storm, the sun is gonna shine again. And so if you just understand that your current situation, no matter where you are in life, your current situation is temporary, because this is what the Bible says. He has great plans for you. He has great plans for you, and to give you an expected end. And that end is marvelous. Just don't lose the faith.
Man, my last thing, coming to this conference, African American Conference, Leadership Conference, this is what this creates. So as we wrap up, just say something to Willie Barney and his beautiful wife, Yolanda, and just what this means from you to them for doing this?
I am so awe-inspired by what Willie and Yolanda have done. Last time I was here, I had the opportunity to speak with Willie at dinner, and he was sharing with me when he first moved to Omaha, and it was similar to when I moved to Arizona. He felt as though Omaha was going to be his land of milk and honey. And Willie is a testament of mindset. There's people that have lived in Omaha for 50, 60, 70 years, but they didn't see it as their land of milk and honey. Willie came here with his beautiful wife and said, this is going to be our land of milk and honey, and now we're starting to see it. He just announced that this week they just hit 18 years, and he is a testament and an encouragement to me of what is possible.
Man, I'm just gonna say thank you, because like I said, when I come, I look to hear from you, because you got a pocket full of nuggets, and you be passing them out.
Now you guys see why I said, if you don't know Dr. Will Moreland, look in my eyes, you need to know who he is. Tell us one more time how to reach you.
Just any social media platform, Dr. Will Speaks, DrWillSpeaks, Dr. Will Speaks on any social media platform.
Hey, we live, y'all. NYCU.FM.
World One Developments News you can use.
And we out. This is the recap.
A program that's changing lives and communities by helping teenagers find a summer job.
The program prepares youth between 14 and 21 to join the workforce.
Many are just finishing out their summer internships and say they're learning things they don't anywhere else.
So there's a significant need from our young people who want opportunities like this.
Step Up connects teens and young adults with development programs, skills training, and summer jobs.
Whether they become business owners or entrepreneurs in the future, we really want them to understand the process.
We talk about the type of influence that when we say something to someone, it changes their character, it changes where they're headed, it changes cities and where cities were going, it changes the leadership in the city, it changes the school, it changes the hospital, it changes the church, it changes home. We're talking about the type of leadership that when we we affect. Anybody ready to affect schools where you are?
Amen.
Anybody affect you ready to affect the just teenagers that you just bump into?
Yep. So this is your girl Damali right here with NYCU.FM and World One Developments News you can use, and we are still in Omaha at the African American Leadership Conference, and we have gathered some of our youth that have been helping with the conference. Charles, what do you say?
First, give yourself a hand.
Yay!
I'm Charles Hart, part of the NYCU.FM team. We grabbed some of my crew because they were smiling, and y'all didn't see right before this, they done something. When they spent that, this is what you got. But what we're going to talk about just briefly is just impact. One, thank y'all. Y'all been doing an awesome work today, keeping everything moving, everybody's feeling good. But how has this been? I'm going to go to you just for a second, if it's okay. Because you went through the program, right?
Step Up.
Kind of start Step Up. You went through Step Up. Can you just say a little bit about Step Up and how it's been for you?
Absolutely. My name is Nadia Spurlock, and Step Up Omaha was my very first job ever when I was 14 years old, and I was at the North Omaha Boys and Girls Club. And through there, I was able to work with my friends, and we all was able to get training on interviews and figuring out how to be the best employee, and also involved in our community as well. And all of those trainings that we did in classes were led by community leaders, so it helped me build connections with people who I still work with today at the Boys and Girls Club and through the Step Up Omaha program, and also helped me and my friends, earn an income as young people in the community, and it helped build us closer and also elevate our skills as well. And from there, I graduated from the program and worked with all Black-owned businesses after that. And full circle, I'm now at the Empowerment Network as a community engagement policy and fund development specialist at the Empowerment Network.
Yes, snaps again. Yes. All right, so let's go over here to this. Say your name? Amara.
Yes.
So tell us about your experience.
Actually, this is my first time attending a conference, but I do plan on partnering with the Empowerment Network like in the future, because eventually I do want to become like a mentor, especially for young females in particular that are in the high school area, because now that I'm in college, I know the game and it's nothing like what they teach in high school, so I definitely want to prepare. And also I've worked with younger females before, and I realized how other adults, they really belittle them because of their age, but really their mindset is so much more, and they have so much more potential in the world. So I definitely want to put that into matters as well. And yeah, I go to UNL right now. I'm a sophomore, hospitality management, but I plan to do event planning. So
Snaps. Okay, coming right there. Just your name and whatever you want to say.
Yes, my name is Abby Dang. I recently graduated from University of Nebraska-Lincoln in December. And so I've been working with the Empowerment Network Young Adult Collaborative Initiative, and so we've just kind of been working to find different ways in tandem with the community, in tandem with the young adults, to really empower them and give them the resources that we need, because we recognize that there's a lack in Omaha. And so that's part of the work that we've been doing. It's been really great to connect with so many professionals in the community who are here to empower us and, help us learn and grow. So
Snaps.
Are you from here?
Yeah, so I'm from Omaha. I was born and raised here, but I'm first generation, whichever the term is. And so it's been really impactful to kind of recognize that although my circumstances, the place I've come from, my background, my mother didn't have the same opportunities, being able to elevate myself and put myself in positions where I'm surrounded by people who can grant me those things. So
I love it. Snaps. We come into the middle. Your name, a little bit about hello.
My name is Justice. I am a doula, and I feel like I just have my hands in a lot of different things. This is what it looks like when you put yourself in spaces and places with people who want to do what you want to do, and people that have like-minded, energies and ideas. I feel like I'm here where I'm supposed to be. This is my second time coming to a conference. I am a Step Up graduate, so Step Up, I feel like just showed me my, my worth ethic as a younger, person that I'm older. Can't nobody tell me I can't get no job. I know my worth. I know where I'm supposed to be. I know what it feels like to show up professionally and personally, in my excellence and my best self. And I feel like I couldn't have done it unless I had the people here to show me, the things that I'm supposed to do and how to do them and how I can do them and how I can make them work well for me.
That's a vibe. Snaps. Justin, good job. Yes, but not least.
Hi, my name is Diamond Cook. I am a recent college graduate from Grambling State University. I currently work, thank you, HBCU. I currently work with the State of Nebraska Department of Economic Development, and honestly, truly, this conference is an amazing time. Blessings to the Barney family and to God as well to allow us to all be here, and it's just an amazing time. If you missed it, you definitely have to come to our one in the spring and bring it back. Absolutely.
Bring it back, definitely.
So one question for you guys. Did you guys go to CET?
Absolutely.
Yes. And just give me just a quick statement about what you thought about his presentation.
I loved it. It was very invigorating. The main takeaway for me is that even through the storm, you got to keep pushing through as a leader. If that's unfair to you, then maybe you need to be a support. But leadership means taking initiative and staying on the path even when times get difficult.
Absolutely. It was so impactful. As a leader, you can't get tough. You have to learn from your failures and continue to grow.
All right, Justin.
I feel like, honestly, he just was spinning the facts with everything, but to be a leader is to make sure you have a good team behind you and be able to follow and lead the way for others. So if you don't have people that's in your circle, making sure you're uplifted and doing what you're supposed to do and how to do it, bringing you those fresh ideas and that other inside advice. And what can you do if you ain't got it? You gotta get it. Yeah.
Gotta get it. That's a bar.
And as far as leaders go and influencers, just to know that it's more so about how you impact others. It's not really just about yourself. Everybody think of it as to be famous and have a name in the world, but it's really more than that. It's really how people look at you, because even though you may have influenced a generation like years ago, like that don't mean it's gonna be the exact same if you're not consistent now.
Right. Like how they gonna follow you?
Right.
Exactly.
If I've been gone.
Yeah.
MIA.
If I ain't gonna follow you, they don't know what to follow.
I'm so sorry, I gotta bring up my partner in crime.
All right, your name, a little bit about yourself.
Hi, my name is Vienna McComb. I am currently in school at UNO. I am pursuing my business admin degree and concentration in human resources, and then double minoring in computer science and then marketing. I currently work at the Empowerment Network. I was also a Step Up graduate. My favorite experience was working at Grow Nebraska Women's Business Center, being a business coordinator, and helping some of the vendors here today with their businesses, with marketing, branding, and then as well as their business plans. So yeah, that's just a little bit about me.
All right, well, you have heard it from the next generation of leaders right here in Omaha, Nebraska at the African American Leadership Conference. This is your girl, Damali, right here with NYCU.FM and World One Development's news you can use with my partner in crime,
Mr. Charles Hart, and we signing off. We be giving snaps to everybody. Give them
snap, 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 snap it up.
If you missed it this time, don't miss it next time. We gone.
We out.
When we rolling, we listening to NYCU.FM.
Hey, my name is Darren, and I'm at the African American Leadership Conference here in Omaha, Nebraska. And what I got out of the conference is being intentional. Eric Thompson as the keynote speaker, and just knowing how much the we're in this all together with the community as well. And then also one of the breakout sessions I enjoyed was the youth breakout session on how we can have them be successful through their challenges, and just taking in a bunch of information and things that we can be impactful in our community. The reason why it's important to attend is first, you get the network. Secondly, you get to be around other leaders and other professionals. Never know who you can come across, and then also the different resources that you can come to know of, and then also with the different black vendors supporting black businesses, small business owners as well.
I am Dee Brown from Omaha, Nebraska. I am employed with Salvation Army as a program coordinator. I was invited to this event from my director. She invited me, and it was a great experience. It gave me motivation, and I'm ready to move to the next step in my life.
My name is Kimara Snipes. I'm an Omaha native. I'm executive director of One Omaha. And for me, the conversation around intentionality, I think it's very important as we talk about making plans, and we talk about making change. Just really important to be intentional. I went to a SMART goals breakout. It's important to set goals, but it's also important to just be intentional even with that goal setting. So just all the information I received today is really about just taking it back and just really wrapping my mind about how I can be actionable with everything we discussed. I had the opportunity to break out on voter mobilization in neighborhoods, and that was really powerful too, just having our elected officials in the room, just really listen to people, being honest and open about their experiences. So overall, it was a lot of data, maybe even data overload, but I'm just excited to take it back and process it. It's all just really great information.
Hey, this is Charles Harper with NYCU.FM, World One Development News you can use, and I am here with
Damali Wilson, and we are with Mr. Willie Barney. He is the reason why we are all the way in Omaha, Nebraska. He is like our cousin,
Come on,
maybe our uncle, our brother, I don't know. He's just in the family.
All that good stuff.
Yeah, he's in the family.
I'm in there.
You in there.
And we at the African American Leadership Conference, and this is the 18th
and African American Leadership Conference.
Man, how does that,
right
when you hear that?
Yeah, it's unbelievable to think. We started with a conversation with my wife and I at the kitchen table, talking about how God has put in our spirit to bring the groups together to start building this out. We've been praying about it, thinking about it, writing notes all this time, and kitchen table, then 3 people, then 7 and 10. And to think that 18 years ago, 70 people in Omaha, 70 black leaders from different sectors came together and said, we're going to do this and we're going to stay on it. Some of those very same leaders are together 18 years later, plus hundreds of others that have joined in, thousands of others. Well, it's powerful, man. It's humbling, but to know that you're called by God to do certain work, and then you see that vision become reality, and then we have people like Tulsa come in, and y'all, and you on fire, we're on fire, and together, man, like I said when we were there, the shine of the different cities together is going to shine even brighter. And so I'm excited, man. 18 years, it's amazing.
18 years.
I've heard you say this word about 200 times today, intentional.
Intentional.
Man, a lot of people don't know why you say that, why you use that. What does intentional mean to you, and why do you make sure you keep that word before the people?
Yeah, it's amazing, because I was talking to Dr. Will Moreland last year. He was asking, well, Willie, what's the message? And I said, we have to choose. At some point, we choose to do business together. We choose to support each other. We choose to help each other's children and to impact and invest in each other. So the theme previously was we choose to build together. And the way we do that is we have to be intentional. So we're intentional. Sometimes we have to go a little bit further to support that Black business. Sometimes we have to go a little bit further to go and support the church, or to go to the school and support our kids. But if we're intentional about it and we're focused on it, then we see the ripple effect about it. And so even just like coming to Tulsa last month with the group, man, it was intentional, and then we saw the beautiful benefit of working with the businesses and doing business with them, and to celebrate you all. So let's be intentional about it and let you all know that you're doing great things, and we want to really go make it happen and be focused on it. So the intentional is intention. Let's go. Let's go make it happen and support those businesses.
I'll say this. The one thing that was really striking to me, and it carries over and kind of spills over into what you're doing here, is that when you guys were in Tulsa, the one thing that you did that was like so amazing to me is how you celebrated what the Black businesses were doing.
Yes.
And one of the things that we joke about all the time is when we went to Oasis, and we were talking to AJ, and AJ said, we just bootstrapping this thing. Which that's really how we in community see it. So how important is it for other folks outside of community, us outsiders looking in, how important is it for you to show up, to these other communities?
Yeah, Dr. Jolly, our good friend, she always says it's hard to see the picture when you're in it or posing for it. And so in your own city, and it's biblical that you never recognize really by your own people in your own city. But man, when we come to Tulsa and we see what's going on, man, they are literally rebuilding Black Wall Street. And it's the district, it's the Greenwood, but it's beyond that with the housing that you're creating, with the radio station, and with the grocery store, with all the various things that the counselor and you all are doing together, the video production work that you all do, all of this, that's excellence. And that's what we're talking about. That is in our spirit. When we hear Black Wall Street, we hear Tulsa Greenwood, it's Black excellence, the best, the finest that we have to offer that God has given us. So when we come to Tulsa and we see that, we want to celebrate y'all, the developments that are going on, what Dr. Crutch is doing and what Terrell and his wife are doing, what y'all are doing. We got back on those buses and people's eyes are this big around saying, man, do they know what the grocery store, one of the top in the country. So, and then when you all come to Omaha, y'all do that for us. Because we got our heads down doing the work.
Yes.
And it seems like it's incremental progress. But then when we get on the bus with you all and you're like, look at that housing development. Look at that housing development. They got an MLK Center. They got a Malcolm X Center. And we're like, yeah, we do. You're right. So I think sometimes people come from the outside can see it fresh and see it different. And that's encouraging even for us to do more work. And so hopefully that with that exchange that we can support each other and encourage each other to keep doing the work.
I think what you do that I think is so genius is helping people to understand that we battle the same things in all these different communities. And I haven't seen it before, but you're a person that you're kind of spearheading, bringing that together. So when you say New Orleans, or you say Michigan, you say Tulsa, Kansas City, St. Louis, any of these cities, we battling the same thing.
Same things.
But I'll tell you what I loved about when y'all pulled up in them charter buses. I'm telling you, Willie, that's different. What it made me think about Damali and Mr. Willie is how on Black Wall Street, because we love Black Wall Street, 24th Lake, we was there yesterday.
That's right.
But my thought is, how we had all the Black townships in Oklahoma.
Yes.
So now you're talking about 50 Black townships all coming to Black Wall Street on the weekend. That's right. Townships from all over Oklahoma. what I think about when I see you when the bus is pulled up, now I'm thinking people coming from over 50 different states. Intentionally supporting each other all around this country. That's what I've been thinking about.
Yeah.
But I think it'll make sense to someone like you now.
It's coming.
We pull up that kind of way. So that's what, I threw that out there as just a comment because that's what it made me think about Damali. 50 different towns, that could be 50 different states. And we decide Omaha, we decide Tulsa, we decide New Orleans, and we pull up to support each other, encourage one another. Like you said, when we come and say Malcolm, it sounds different because we running all over. You can't get us back on the bus. You know we always late.
We always the last ones, always.
I just want to say, it's extremely, and to see all the vendors, when I came around the corner, I'm like, it is vendors for days. What made you think about that? Well, making sure the vendors, the small black businesses are a big part of this.
And we talk about being intentional. When Yolanda and I prayed about what it is, we started our own business. We knew what the challenges are. We saw we had to raise money and do this and promote the business. And we know that the black businesses have the least capital that's directed to them. We know that we have, though, even with all those barriers, historically, we have been able to build business. That's what Black Wall Street, that's 24th and Lake, that's 18th and Vine in Kansas City, that's Auburn Avenue in Atlanta. We had it. And so it's not like we don't know how, we didn't know how to do it.
Right.
We've done it. And so, but now how do we redo it in a different way? So it's absolutely amazing and encouraging to see it. So we want to make sure that we're intentional, just like supporting those businesses, that we're bringing 400, 500, 600, 1,000 people together. And I love to hear from the vendors that, man, people came, they shopped, they supported. Because we want, if they can do it in here, why can't we do it out there? And so, sometimes you may have to go a little bit further. Sometimes it may cost a little bit more because they don't have the buying power that other stores may have. But if we keep doing it, and then they start doing business with each other, and that loop is built, and that's what we're seeing now. 2013, we formed a Black Business Network, and we just started with a few people, encouraging them to do business with each other. Now here we are in 2024. Those businesses have been growing. They're seeing the benefit, and the outcome is their business is growing, but the other businesses that they've been supporting, they're growing too. And now with securing additional funds, it's on now. It is on, and we're able to reinvest in each other and keep that money looping around. And now we're bringing the whole community in. So it's intentional that we have those businesses here, and we want people to turn that corner and see Black excellence, doing business, owning homes, working in corporate sector, but we're all looking at it together.
I know around the country, all around the country, everybody feel like they're losing their youth. There are school shootings every other day. All this crazy stuff is going on. But when we got here, all we was running into was some extremely respectful youth. Man, they was opening doors. Yes, ma'am. No, sir. How can we help you? Welcome to Omaha. All that. What are y'all doing with the youth, man? That's our future, man. But what are you putting in? Because there's hundreds of them around.
Intentional.
Intentional. So what's intentional about the youth?
Yeah, working with the school district and making sure that when you were here back in June, we had 600 youth from our Step Up Youth Employment Program, because that was the base. When we started looking in the community and we asked them what's causing some of the negativity. Can't get a job. We don't see very much positive going on with the summer. I got a younger brother or sister. I'm just trying to help out, make sure they got some food at home. So we said, let's be intentional about creating jobs. But in addition to that, we always talk about succession planning. So in our community, we have this historic issue where we just keep going until we tired, and then we stop, and then somebody else got to start over. We didn't pass the baton, we didn't teach them. So we said, let's not wait till that happens. Let's make sure when they're in middle school, high school, that they're in the room. So they're meeting seasoned leaders that work for different corporations. They're meeting elected officials in the room. They're sitting in the session and seeing the history of it, but also the possibilities of what we can do together. So they are not an afterthought. They are right at the center of it. And so we're intentional about having them at the luncheon, but at the conference all day. And so that's really what it's about. So that's why you see them, same thing, even people in the city. Because we say, okay, you tell them, we hired 600 kids into something. 700, it was 1,000 before the pandemic. And it's like, are they really hiring that many kids? But then you walk in here and you see 600 kids.
Proof is in the pudding.
And even for some local people, like, man, I had no idea. Now, we've been doing it 17 years. But when they saw it, it's like, okay, this is real now. And to see the youth engaging, enjoying themselves. And like you said, we have volunteers. They're leading sessions. They're making sure that the sessions are running smooth. So it's not just bringing them here. It's putting them in leadership position and modeling it and serving, but then also being in a leadership position where they can speak on it too.
So this is my last question. Oftentimes, we travel all over the place and we hear the phrase that communities go as Tulsa goes.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
And so what I want to know is what, from Omaha's perspective, and even from Willie Barney's perspective, what does that comment mean to you?
Man, I love Tulsa. You know, we've read about it, we've seen the stories, we watched the documentaries, but it's what I said, it's Black excellence. It's offered as an example of what we can accomplish by coming together, working together, owning land, owning businesses, investing, providing loans to each other to grow those businesses, home ownership. It's about collective. It's, you know, the church being engaged, people coming from other towns and supporting. So to know what was accomplished, and the thing that blew me away was even after the massacre, to learn that the people of Tulsa and those surrounding towns came back together, and they, with all the barriers and told what they couldn't do, they rebuilt it in 4 or 5 years.
5 years.
That is the most fascinating thing, and it's encouraging to me because I'm about set goals. It doesn't have to take another 50 years. And Tulsa tells us that not only did you build greatness from the start together by doing it collectively, but you rebuilt it after it was destroyed. And so what can we accomplish in 5 to 10 years now with the resources that we have? And so when I say so goes Tulsa, so goes the United States, as we got off those buses, I told you that when we got down to Greenwood, people were running past me, almost ran me over because they wanted to spend some money on Black Wall Street. It was meaningful. I mean, how many people getting excited?
Yes.
I mean, I almost got ran off the bus because they were ready. They had seen the tour, all the stuff was great. But when they got to coming down to the Greenwood and Black Wall Street and being a part of that, because it's a part of our legacy, it's a part of our history, and that's why it means so much. But not only now is it part of the history and the legacy, it is a part of the future. And as y'all rebuild and people come on buses and planes to see it, it shows us what's possible. That no matter what comes against us, we have always been a people to pick back up, pick each other up, come together, rebuild, and keep moving. But Black Wall Street means excellence to us all across the country. And as you all rebuild that, it's a reminder of our incredible history of who we are and that it's possible to do it again and keep doing it and do it all across the country.
Sounds like you have a new word, possibility.
Possibility.
Look, so I'll say this regarding possibility. I came up the escalator, Mr. Willie, right when I came around the corner, I seen a sign and it said sold out.
Come on.
So
that's sold. I like those 2 words. I like those 2 words.
Sold out. I said, you better let me in. Willie, you know me. He was doing that a little bit, but man, you sold out this time, you know. And so I just want to do this because I know when we post this will go to every state, all of the continents. But for the people that want to engage, they want to become a part of this movement, intentionally get engaged with you. How can they follow you and be a part of this work?
Yeah, I just encourage everybody to go to Empower Omaha on the community development side, and then we have Revive Omaha, which is the business side. And so together, though, between, like we were talking about yesterday, the business and the community,
there you go.
Tying it together. So become a part. Check us out on Facebook, Empowerment Network on Facebook. We have Revive Magazine on Facebook, all the social media and that. But just getting tied in. And like I always check y'all out. I'm watching y'all. I want to see what's happening in Tulsa. It just keeps me connected. And so the beautiful thing, like you said, you talk about Omaha and Tulsa, Kansas City, New Orleans, Lansing, getting ready to talk about Syracuse, talking about some cities on the West Coast. It's amazing what's happening. And what you talked about is a vision where we are going to, at some point, planes and trains and buses at the right time, strategically, coming and descending upon and working with you all to celebrate, but also spend some money, right?
Right.
And as brother said, as Dr. Will said, we want to make impact, but we also want to generate an income.
Yeah. Exactly.
So, we want to make sure that we leave some money there in Tulsa too, and with those businesses, so they can then circulate it and do even more. So I'm excited, man. As you can see, I love this. This is a calling. That's the other thing we talk about, walking in your gift and your talents and the spiritual gift that God has given us. You all are doing it with the radio and the ministry that you do with the schools, the youth development programs, bringing people together in the community, celebrating each other, man, the love. When I see y'all have fun.
Oh, yeah.
We get business done, but we can have fun doing it too. Man, what's better than that? Right. And then the brother that's doing the video, come on.
Groundholic video?
Yeah, you're talking about
he's
first
tough.
class, world-class work that makes it happen and telling our own story. So what's better than that? And I shared before, I'm not going to give all the secrets, but the media is important.
Right.
Because we have to tell our story. And what better way than to communicate that through video, communicate it through the written word, website, social media. So y'all are doing it. We're learning from you when it comes to telling the story and capturing it and putting it out there. You keep your community informed. You tackle the tough issues. You celebrate each other. You celebrate the kids and what they're doing. That is huge because our mindset sees possible. This is what we can do. So,
and I'm trying to wrap it up. So my last thing, I just have to say, man, congratulations and kudos for 18 years. You know, I know some trial and error in there, some adversity and all of that, but you make it look good. You don't look like what you've been through, you know. So one, congratulations to you on that. And then I just wanted to give you this moment because we know for this to happen, there got to be a lot of people involved. Obviously, you know, that's 18 years today. We are so happy to be here at World One Development News you use in Tulsa, Black Wall Street. AJ showed up. Man, he hit the stage. Isn't he something?
Man, lit it up.
E.T., Eric Thomas, Suzan, Dr. Will Moreland, and all the other presenters. It was just overwhelming. For us, we were running everywhere. I done did about 10,000 miles really messing with you, but I'll say this 18 years. Thank your community, man. Thank your people, your volunteers, whoever you want. As we wrap up this recap, man, I just want you to be there to thank your people, man.
Yeah, we talked about intentional being the theme for this, but the theme throughout has been collaboration and true collaboration, working together, because there's no one agency, organization, small business, church that's going to do this work by themselves. And this is biblical that we come together and do this together. So first of all, we walk in faith. So we thank God. None of this would be happening if He had not blessed the work and bringing people together. Yes. And then the community, from our board to our Empowerment Network team, that we have so many projects and initiatives going on. And so to put a conference of this level on, they are amazing. It's a small group, but we're growing now. Thank God for that. And so I want to thank my wife, Yolanda, my kids, all the things that we've faced and gone through. They've always been there, always supportive. And so the team, it's just been amazing. And those partners, I mean, people that are doing the work, I mentioned on the stage, people that you don't see because they're out there 24/7 in the background, doing the gang intervention, going to the schools, mentoring, they're doing the work. And so you don't always see them at events like this, but we celebrate them because they are partners, they're active in the work. And all of the organizations that support us, the sponsors, the volunteers, man, I can go on and on. And you all taking time, you have to invest to come here. You get on an airplane, it's not free. They just say, oh yeah, y'all going to Omaha, we're gonna let y'all come for free. Right. You gotta pay for that, the hotel. And so that honors us, encourages us that you would take time out of your, as busy as you all are, to do that, counselor to come. You know, she's got city council work to do, she's got community work, but to come, and this is 4 or 5 times. And so that means a lot personally, and it definitely means a lot to our city. And we are family.
Yes.
Coming back to where you started,
we family.
It's family. And so I appreciate y'all, love y'all, and just want to say to Tulsa, keep building, because as you go, so goes the nation. And so we're in support. Let's go.
Just like that, man. You heard it. It's the recap. I'm Charles Harper, NYCU.FM, and
I'm Damali Wilson.
And we live from Omaha, North Omaha, at the African American Leadership Conference. We signing off. If you missed it, we made sure you don't miss it the next time, because we were sold out, y'all.
Come on. We're going to expand. Let's go.
Yeah.
Y'all stay tuned.
All right, it's a wrap.
Appreciate each other.
World, Mr. Harper's Neighborhood, the Super Mix with DJ JB Smooth, the Platinum Flow with April, the Love Lounge with Rodney Rue, and Overdrive the Nights with Mr. Energized. We've got you covered. Always informative, inclusive, and the hottest music for adults from yesterday and today. Lock us in now at www.nycu.fm. NYCU.FM is a service of World One Development.